Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, hope you are all doing great. First of all, I would urge you to subscribe and then hit that notification button so that you get access to every video I post on this channel. And then don't forget to share and then like too, and then your comments too are very important. It helps me grow the channel and then make some changes to the channel. Okay, so let's get right into this article. I remember we left off at how you can smartly study most of the complicated courses. Yes, and then we are to continue from how to score at least 25% in the midterm exams. Okay, so this is just a continuation from the previous video. That's the first video. Okay, yes, this is a continuation from the initial video. So let's get right into this video. Okay, so how to score at least 25% in the midterm. The first thing you have to know is that the KNUST midterm exams is graded 30 out of 70. No, 30 out of 100. And then the end of sem is 70 out of the remaining marks. So the midterm is 30 out of 100. The end of sem is 70 out of 100. So they will combine the midterm, which is 30, and then the end of sem, which is 70, and then that will make 100. Yes, that's 100%. So your main target is to get at least a 25 in the midterm exams. You can bet yourself, and then maybe in case you don't do well, you get at least a 20, because getting something less than 20 means you might approximately get either a 70 or something less than 70 in the end of sem exams, right? So let's see how you can at least achieve that 25% out of the midterm exams. So one thing you have to know is that you have to go over the topics you were taught during lecture. So the KNUST semester is grouped into two. You have the midterm and then end of sem. So the first few months, I would say 2 or almost 2.5 months, will be focused on, maybe approximately 3. It will be focused on the midterm. So all you'll be learning within that short period of time will be focused on writing the midterm. So your target will be studying for the midterm. That's for the first 2.5 to 3 months, right? Yes. So you have to try to understand the calculation portions of the. Since you are an engineering student, your main focus should be on the calculation portion of every lecture. Yes, don't focus much on the theory parts. I'll tell you why in a bit. So just focus on the calculation part. Yes, the technical portion of the lectures. Okay, so the thing is, you have to solve more than at least 3 questions on each subtopic and make sure you get the right answers to each of the questions. So let's say you are studying let's say applied electricity or maybe algebra. Hope you know that in case you are studying algebra, maybe you are in level 100, so you have something like the first topic could be point sets or anything. Yes, so maybe a certain subtopic under point sets might be addition and subtraction. That's for example. So there's an example under that subtopic. So make sure you get that example right. You put away your laptop or your phone or your study material. Maybe you close it somewhere, put it somewhere, and then you use your hand. The one important thing you have to know about engineering is that practice makes perfect. In case you are thinking of maybe reading mathematics, trust me, you might end up going maybe changing your course, switching your course to go study maybe a reading program. Yes, if you are thinking about maybe coming to read engineering, maybe engineering maths, or read applied electricity, trust me, you will regret it. You have to always work the questions, try them with your hands. You get me? Yes, It's not about reading. You could just skim through the question. You might think you know the answer, you can solve it, but trust me, once you haven't put pen on paper, you are lying to yourself. Yes. So you have to use your hand, solve the questions thoroughly, at least 2 or 3, so that you know that you are perfect. In case anything similar comes up during the midterm, you are focused on the midterm. So in case anything comes up during the midterm, you just kill the paper. Yes. And then for the theory-based courses, use active recall. That's what I said I refer to in the second point. Active recall. I will do a separate video on active recall. Trust me, you will love it. Yes, active recall. Yes, you will love it. Okay, so know your examination timetable. So before you start your midterm, you have to know your examination timetable. Knowing your examination timetable includes knowing your class. Yes, the room you will be writing the exams in, knowing the subjects or the course you will be writing, knowing the course code, and then knowing the time. One thing you have to know is that you have to prepare well ahead of the midterm, so that you don't come to the examination hall late. So you have to be in the examination hall or at the examination premises at least 30 or 15 minutes before the set time. Yes, so that you don't get there late. Okay, and then you have to have enough sleep. The trick I used during writing exams on Ken University campus was that during the periods where most students will be learning, at that same time I will be sleeping. Yes, it might sound funny and confusing, but trust me, it works perfectly. You know that during exam periods, most students gather around. Instead of them really studying, they might be making noise, and then you might be distracted in case you are maybe in the same premises or room or study room or wherever. So instead of joining them and then wasting time whilst they disturb you, sleep. Yes. So the secret is you have to sleep. You have to first know the exact time you'll be writing the exam. Maybe in case the exam is at 8 a.m., you have to sleep around 10 p.m. That's a day before the exams, and then wake up at dawn. Yes, you wake up at dawn. What I did was I slept at 10 p.m. I did whatever I had to do before 10 p.m. and then by that time, around that time, I might be sleeping, and then I would wake up around 1 a.m. and then study till 6. From 1 a.m. and then you study till 6 a.m. Yes. The thing is, you don't sit down behind your laptop or phone or material throughout the 6 hours. No, throughout the 5 hours. No, you don't do that. You take breaks, else you might end up learning nothing. Yes. So after maybe 1 hour of intense studying, you take 15 minutes break, and then you continue like that. Yes, you take 15 minutes break at every hour. You can decide to make it 30 minutes break. No, 30 minutes. So you study for 30 minutes, you take maybe 5 minutes break, and then you continue 30 minutes. The reason why I'm saying this is that maybe student A and student B, they are both studying the same course, maybe mathematics, and then student A starts from 1 a.m. and then takes a break at 1:30 a.m. and then student B starts from 1 a.m. and takes a break at around 3 a.m. Student A might have been able to understand some of the most confusing topics within that same topic, within the subtopic. I don't know whether you get me. Maybe you are studying algebra, you are studying addition and subtraction. You study for 30 minutes, and then student B study for 3 hours straight. The student A will be able to retain enough information as compared to the student B, because taking breaks helps the brain rejuvenate itself. Yes, hope you get that point. That is very, very important. Okay, you have to have enough sleep before the D-Day, and then you study at dawn. That's the best thing you could do. It's either you join the masses and then be frustrated while studying because they are making too much noise, or you sleep whilst they make noise and then maybe they pretend to study. Yes, and then you wake up at dawn where every place is quiet, silent, so that you get your peace of mind to study. That's when you can learn smart. That's taking the breaks, short breaks, and then you could take 1 hour. You could learn for 1 hour and take maybe 15 minutes break and then learn 1 hour again, or you could prefer 30 minutes, 5 minutes break, and then it goes on like that. Yeah. So let's move on. Okay, so right after the mid-sem, KNUST might give you a 1 week break. Sometimes they don't. It depends on the academic calendar. But most of the times you might not get the 1 week break. So in case you get the 1 week break, try as much as possible to go through some of the exams questions you remember, and that will help you ace the end of sem exam, because they might bring some of the questions that were a bit difficult during the mid-sem exam. That's when most students couldn't answer those questions. So in case you could be able to remember those questions and then the subtopics, you'll be able to at least go through them before you begin the next half of the academic semester. Okay, so how to score at least 65% in the end of sem exams. So just like the mid-sem, there's a big difference here, but you have to go over the topics you were taught before and then after the mid-sem. Yes, so you go over. That's what I was referring to. They might give you 1 week break. If they don't, fine, but you have to go over the topics, the most complicated topics or subtopics during the mid-sem, and then you study very, very smart. Hope you heard that. Not hard. You study smart for the mid-sem. Yes. And then for the end of sem, yes, this was a typo. So you study smart for the end of sem. Yes, you go through the mid-sem topics, the ones you weren't able to maybe answer during the exams, and then you study smart for the end of sem. One thing you have to know is that your first attempt on KNUST campus, maybe during an exam, might be a bit intense. Trust me, yes. But you have to stay relaxed, focused, and then dedicated, because you've already have a target you want to achieve. So just relax, steady. Then one thing you have to know is that for every 15 minutes break or every 5 minutes break during your study period, try to switch on your phone and then check what's going on in your class group, because someone or anybody might just drop some try questions in the class group. When that happens, just download them and then try your hands on them, and then you continue with your studies. Yes. After that, you switch off your data. Very, very important, because you might be distracted. Okay, then you go on and try to understand the calculation portion, just like the mid-sem, especially topics taught after the mid-sem. Yeah, and then you solve more than 3 questions on each, just like the mid-sem. And then for theory-based courses, use active recall. Yes, I'll do a separate video on active recall. Yes, I'll do that. So just like the mid-sem, try as much as possible. The thing is, the end of sem exams will be really packed. Yes, not like the mid-sem. The mid-sem, you might get maybe 2 or 3 questions depending on the lecturer. But one thing you have to know is that algebra, every question on algebra, engineering maths, that 4 credit course, yes, you do it for 2 years. All the courses will be MCQs during the exam. So I'll teach you a certain trick. It's very, very simple to help you like get very, very high marks during the mid-sem and then end of sem for the 4 credit course, that's algebra, engineering maths, maybe calculus with several variables and the rest. Okay, so you study try to understand the calculation portions of the technical courses. The technical courses are the mathematics, applied electricity, anything concerning calculations. Those are the technical courses. Okay, and then you solve at least 2 or 3 questions on every subtopic. Yes, because they might drop similar questions during the end of sem and then mid-sem too. Yeah, and then one thing you have to know is that you have to learn ahead. Learning ahead doesn't mean that maybe you will be some lectures ahead of the class. No, the lecturer will send you will send the PDF into your class group or through your class rep, and then you get it. So one thing you have to know is that you study ahead. Maybe after the lecture you studied maybe addition and subtraction in algebra. What you have to know is that you have to, after the lecture, go get a place, sit down, and then try to understand what the lecturer was trying to say during the lectures, so that you stay ahead of time, right? You don't have to power the courses and then during the mid-sem you come and sit down just like when you were in SHS and then you try to cram. Trust me, this is not SHS. You might fail. So try as much as possible to go with the lectures. Yes, after every lecture, maybe after the entire day, you get yourself a good night's sleep and then you study. Yes, don't pile up the lectures. It doesn't work that way. You cannot perform miracle in the university. You can't. Okay, so I'll do a timetable video for you so that you know how to go by your studies. Yes, I'll do a separate timetable for you guys so that you know how to go by your studies. Okay, so and then you know your examination timetable just like the mid-sem, and then you have enough sleep before the very day. Is very, very important. Okay, so let's move on. And then how to complete your first year of study with a first class average. Okay, so one thing you have to know is that getting a first class average in your first year will be a bonus for you. Yes, getting a first class average in your first year will be a bonus for you. The reason why I'm saying this is that as you go higher, your credit courses, the number of credit hours you will be taking increases. So as the number of credit courses you will be taking increases, the denominator becomes larger. So once the denominator becomes larger, you have to put in extra work to get a higher semester average so that you can increase your cumulative weighted average. Yes, so getting a higher CWA in first year will put you in a comfortable league so that you don't have to work too much. You don't have to work too hard in order to get a certain semester average in order to boost your CWA. But when, in case you don't get your target mark in first year or CWA in first year, first semester, don't worry, because there are most people who will start with an average of 80 something or 90 something and end up getting a second class lower or upper in final year. Yes, once they get the reason is that once they get that average, they think that they are done. Nah, you have to either increase it or maintain it. That's where the problem is. Most of them don't know how to increase or maintain their high averages, so they tend to keep on dropping till they complete school. So what you have to know is that you have to know how to be consistent. Yes, you have to know how to be consistent. After getting the average, you have to know how to be consistent with your studies. You learn smart, not hard. Yes, I've already explained that in the previous video, and then I just did in this one too. Learn smart, not hard. Yes, okay. And then some of you too might get a very low average. Don't worry, once you stay consistent and then you work smart, your average will keep on increasing, provided you stay disciplined, consistency, and then you work smart. Okay, don't worry whether you get, don't worry when you get a second class upper. Getting a second class upper in first semester is very good. Lower might be a bit not bad, but on an average. But getting a second class upper or first class is very good, because getting a second class upper, you can easily increase your average. Yes, once you stay consistent and then you work smart. Yes, but those who will be able to get a very high average, maybe 70 something or 80 something, try to be consistent, else you will drop. Trust me, I know most people who dropped during a year. They dropped, like really dropped. Okay, okay, so you solve more practice test based questions. Since you are an engineer, you are not into theoretical courses. Most of your courses, I would say 70%, 80% of your courses would be calculation based. So you have to work smart. Yes, you try your hands on more calculation questions. Yes, you try your hands on most of them. Every topic would have sample example questions, and then try your hands on them, know how to arrive at respective answers, and then put pen to paper. That's the most important thing. Put pen to paper. If you don't put pen to paper, trust me, you might think you know, but you don't know. Once you don't put pen to paper, you might think you know, but you might not know. So confirming your understanding, you have to put pen to paper, solve the question, and then try to arrive at the answer. That's when you know that you know or you don't know, right? Okay, let's go on. Okay, so how to maintain or gradually increase your average till you complete your final year studies. Okay, this is very important. I would urge you to like the video, comment your thoughts in the comment section below, share the video for others to also have a feel of the video, and then you subscribe so that you get access to every video I post, because from here going, we will begin serious academic work. Yeah, that's when I'll introduce you to some calculator tricks, yes, in some of the courses, and then some calculation tricks in some of the technical courses. Yes, so you don't want to miss it. Okay, so how to maintain or gradually increase your average till you complete. You might be wondering why I put God as the first point. Trust me, without God you are nothing. Without God you are nothing. So make God your priority. Okay, sometimes after writing the exams, you might think you did so well. You might think, oh, you aced the paper, but once the results comes out, you realize that you did nothing. But someone who thought a B won't be bad for them might even end up getting an A. So sometimes God truly intervenes. Yes, some people might be complaining, but since you were favored by God, you might get the mark you never thought of, right? Yes, similar thing happened to me in first semester. I applied electricity. After the midterm, I was down. I was really down. Yes, and then I informed one of my mentors that, Charlie, the midterm, no, I know see top. And he said I should just focus on the other courses. And I did. And then during the end of sem, trust me, I didn't leave any stone unturned. When the results came, I had a 90 plus. Yes, that's because aside God being on my side, I tried to work smart. Yes, God is very important. Okay, and then consistency. You have to be very consistent. Trust me. That's why I said I'll do a video on timetable, how to manage your timetable, and then how to be diligent with your timetable. Not being diligent with your timetable is just like, I don't know, buying a book from a shop, and then your intention is to read it, but after buying it, you just keep it under your bed. Yes. So you have to be consistent with your timetable. You have to be diligent with it. You go according to the timetable. Okay. One thing you have to know is that you have to do something every day. You have to study every day in the university if you really want to get that average you want, because that's the main purpose of this channel. I'm trying to help you get that perception that you are a first class student. Yes. So what you have to do is just learn every day. Learn something every day. You get me? Yes. So you have to learn something every day. You have to be consistent. Stay consistent. Learn something every day. After lectures, and then you go back to your hostel, you relax, eat, have fun a bit, and then I would advise you to sleep and then wake up at dawn and learn. But I don't know how most people learn, so that's my advice. Because after lectures, you'll be feeling tired. You might visit a friend, or your hall, or yes, you are in hall right now, so your hall might be playing music out loud and at night. So don't bother yourself, just go back to sleep, and then at dawn nobody will be playing music at dawn. Nobody will be making noise at dawn. You wake up at dawn, your preferred time, maybe 2, 3, it doesn't matter. It depends on you. Okay, just don't fall for pressure. Don't let people give you pressure. Okay, just be diligent with yourself and then follow your timetable. You'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Okay, so the last point is to learn smart and not hard. Yes, learn smart, not hard. I know I've already said this, but it's very, very important. The university is not about learning hard. Yes, and then the university is not about cramming. Some courses you could cram. Yes, some of the courses you could cram them and get the marks, but after the exams you would have forgotten everything. But the truth is you have to carry that knowledge onto the next academic semester. So that's why I'll teach you active recall. Yes, that's why the active recall is part of the points. Yes, active recall. Yes, active recall. Yes, that's why I'll take you through active recall. The active recall could be used for technical based courses, and then theory. Most of the time it's mainly used for theory based questions, theory based courses. Yes, but I'll take my time and see how I could introduce it into the technical courses. Yes, I think it will work. It would work. Yes, I know it would work. So you have to learn smart and then not hard. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this video. I know you've learned a lot. I would urge you to go through this video. In case you don't understand anything, just send your questions. Just drop your questions in the comment section below, and I will quickly respond to them. Okay, and then I would encourage you to do your best and share the video, like the video, and then subscribe. Okay, share, like, and subscribe to this channel, because trust me, you'll benefit from this channel than even going to lectures. I'm not saying don't go to lectures. Lectures is very important. It helps the lecturers to even know you, to even know that you are part of the school, because the university is not like SHS. The SHS, you use your names and then index numbers, but in the university nobody knows your name, especially the lecturers. The lecturers don't know your name, so they know you by your index numbers, and then per the index numbers they don't even know you. Yeah, so going to lectures is very, very important, but soliciting the lectures with these videos would be, you would perform miraculous, trust me, with flying colors. Yes, once I get into the main aim of this channel, since you've not begun your academic studies, I've not been able to upload the how to smartly study the technical courses. But I think once you begin you begin lectures, I would start uploading them. Okay, again, try and share, subscribe, and then like, and then comment your thoughts in the comment section below. Okay, any questions you want to ask me, just put them down over there, and then I will reply them diligently. Okay, and then I would commend all new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, thank you for subscribing and then helping us grow this channel. Okay, so thank you again, and then the next video will be uploaded soon. That will be on how to create a smart timetable. Okay, and then the next one is how to study smart with the technical courses. So anticipate for the videos, and then I wish you well. All the best. Bye bye.